Welcome back. Now we've added a health bar above the enemy so that we know how much health it has and we can see it go down when we're killing the enemy. In this video, we're going to work on only showing the health bar during certain times. The behavior that I'd like is to show the health bar when we damage the enemy and have the health bar remain visible for 4 seconds before disappearing again. However, if we continue shooting the enemy, then that timer resets, so the health bar will still be visible as long as we're shooting the enemy, and as soon as we stop shooting the enemy, it will disappear within 4 seconds. Let's go ahead and implement this. So I'm back here in enemy.h. Now I'd like to add a timer handle so that we can set a timer whenever we shoot the enemy so we can hide the health bar within 4 seconds. So here in the private variables section, let's add an F timer handle, and I'm going to call this health bar timer, and I'll also create a float just above it called health bar display time. Now health bar display time can be edit anywhere. Let's give this a U property, make it edit anywhere, blueprint read write, category combat, and I'll just copy the meta specifier. Now I'll give this a comment. And we're going to say time to display health bar once shot. Now let's give this health bar display time a default value in the constructor. I'm going to set it to 4.f, and now I'd like to create a couple of functions. Let's create a function for showing the health bar, and I'd like to make this a Blueprint native event. Let's go up to the protected section. And it looks like we're actually already in a protected section, so we can actually start a private section just under begin play. And here in the protected section, here we can create the function. So I'm going to make a void function and call this show health bar. Now I'd like show health bar to have some code in C++ and some implementation in Blueprints, since we need to access that widget blueprint which exists in Blueprints. Let's give this a U function macro and make this Blueprint native event. Now because this is a Blueprint native event, we also need a version of the function with underscore implementation. So we're going to say show health bar underscore implementation. Now I also want a function to hide the health bar, and this one I'm going to call hide health bar, and I'm going to make this one a U function as well, and for this I want this to be a Blueprint implementable event because I'm going to implement its functionality purely in Blueprints. Now let's implement show health bar implementation. I'm going to have Visual Studio create a function body for me for this. And here in enemy.cpp, I'm going to define it. So really what I want to do is set the timer, and we're going to be calling this when we shoot the enemy. Now, if we shoot the enemy before the timer's up, we're going to want to clear the timer and set it again. So the first thing I'm going to do is call getWorldTimerManager and call clear timer. And clear timer takes a timer handle, so we're going to use health bar timer. Now after we've cleared the timer, we can set the timer. So we're going to call getWorldTimerManager set timer, and this will take health bar timer. Next we'll pass in this, and we need our callback function, which is going to be enemy hide health bar. And finally, we need the timer time, which is going to be health bar display time. So let's put all of these arguments on their own line like so. So show health bar implementation has this functionality in C++. We're going to clear the timer, and then we're going to set the timer using hide health bar as the callback function. Hide health bar, of course, is a Blueprint implementable event, so we're going to need to implement its functionality in Blueprints. Now we want to show the health bar when the enemy gets hit, and we can do that in the interface function bullet hit implementation. So just below our two if checks, let's call show health bar. So we'll call show health bar when the enemy gets hit, starting the timer. All that's left now is to set the visibility, which we'll do in Blueprints. So let's go ahead and compile this. All right, so we've compiled and we're now ready to implement these functions in C++. So here in the enemy BP blueprint, we're going to go ahead and in the event graph, we're going to right click and type show health bar. And you'll see that we have an event called event show health bar. Now I'm going to delete these two nodes and make some room. Now for event show health bar, we're going to want to show that widget. So let's get the widget called health bar, and from health bar we're going to get user widget object. And from the user widget object we can set the visibility. So let's call set visibility, and we're going to set the visibility to visible. Now this is a Blueprint implementable event, which means it's got some C++ code. In order to call the C++ code, we need to add a call to the parent version of this function. So we can right click on the event and click add call to parent function. We're going to call this right after we set the visibility, and this will call the parent version. Now just to remind you, here is the show health bar implementation, and we're calling clear timer and set timer to set this timer here. This is the code that will run once we call the parent version of show health bar from the blueprint. Now we need to implement hide health bar. So right click and type hide health bar, and we get this event because hide health bar is a Blueprint implementable event, as we can see here. So for hide health bar, all we want to do is get the health bar and get the user widget object, and from that we're going to call set visibility, and we're going to set the visibility to hidden. Now I want the health bar to be invisible from the beginning. So here in event begin play, I'm going to set the visibility to hidden as well. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight these nodes, copy them and paste them up here and call this in begin play. So that way in begin play, when the game starts, that health bar will be set to hidden and we won't see it unless we shoot the enemy. Let's go ahead and compile and save this and test this out. I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and we'll see that there is no health bar visible. Now if I shoot the enemy, the health bar shows up, and 4 seconds later it goes away. Now if we shoot the enemy and we wait a couple seconds and we shoot again, then we should get another 4 seconds before it goes away. So let's wait 4 seconds, and there it goes. So that is going to conclude this video. We now know how to show and hide the enemy health bar. We'll continue developing our enemy in the next video. I'll see you then.